Thank you, Simhar, and thank you to my sisters who have organized this and just the larger effort. It's so exciting to see so many that have been in the struggle for representation for members of the African diaspora here. I've been looking in the chat. I've been participating. It's just really exciting. So good to see you all. I'm fresh off of the convention, like I know other people on this call were. I was a delegate to the convention from Maryland. To my Georgia folks, Lil John turned it up. We had a great time, and we had great seats in Maryland as well. And our Governor Westmore and I was there, and others we were representing as well. I want to just remind you. I think it was said a little bit earlier, but I want to put a fine point on it. Kamala Harris, I worked in the White House of President Barack Obama, the first Black president, the first president from the African diaspora. He was the first, and I say first because there was immense pressure with that. If you watch the speeches of Michelle Obama and even President Obama at the convention, they spoke with a freedom that you didn't necessarily see during the presidency. Kamala comes in fully aware of that history, but also able and benefiting from it to be able to be even bolder. With her policy agenda, with how she's approaching prosecuting the case against Donald Trump, who, as I don't have to remind this group, one of his first acts in office was to ban travel to many of our home countries where our family and friends and parents and where we've lived, many of us. And she went to Howard University, who for many years taught Yoruba as a language, right? Being a Niger man myself, and I got a rep. There's a lot of Ghanaians, so we had to get these Nigerians going. So I'm glad we've had a little run here. She understands in a deep, deep way the connection of American policy to foreign policy across the country, and particularly in Africa. My sister Bose talked about the trip to Ghana. She pushed for that trip, right? Not everyone in the White House wanted to do that at that time. I'll just tell you that. And she pushed to make it happen, that trip. She understands our community. And not only that, we're at an existential moment where everything we fought for, the reason we immigrated here, the reason our parents or grandparents immigrated here is for a better life, for better education. All of that is on the line with what's going on with what Trump's trying to push, a divisive agenda. And so it's not just the right thing to do, but we also have a candidate who understands this in a deeply personal way and who has more freedom, thanks to what's been done before, to push a bold, progressive agenda that will benefit disproportionately the African diaspora. It's sure. And we know when you help the African diaspora, when you help Black people, when you help people of color, it lifts all boats and everyone succeeds in this diverse, multiracial, multi-ethnic society. And so we have to do our part, though. As Michelle Obama said, we have to do something. We can't just say, oh, we got a good bump in ratings from the convention. Jadena mentioned this too. You have to call everyone you know back home, get on those WhatsApps and here in the US, and make sure everyone minimum of 10 people, have a voting plan, have donated, are involved in some sort of grassroots advocacy. In the other room, my mother-in-law, who's 68, recovering from breast cancer, is making calls to Georgia tonight, right? That's the kind of thing we need from everybody. So you got just over 70 days left. What are you going to do? It's not enough to just get on this call. We're here to encourage you. You heard from people from the campaign. We are here at African Diaspora for Harris Walls to give you the tools, but you have to do something every day. And so that's what I would say, because the continent is on the line. Our life here at home is on the line. And Kamala will be a bold president for us, but we have to make sure she gets in there. And as loud as we are now, the last thing I'll say, that will help her govern, and that will help inform her policies. And this is a long-term relationship and advocacy tool and network that we're building. But first, let's get her in there. So I'm excited and just really want to thank Simhar and group again. And let's get this done.